Yeah, the Facebook food is good.
All right, we started.
Okay, we started. Madam Chair, the agenda, put the agenda up, Jamie.
Okay, we're gonna call this meeting to order,
Okay, and Jamie's gonna do, I'm sorry, Tim is gonna do the roll call.
Okay.
and Tim will do the roll call.
Mrs. Jerry Booker,
Here,
Representative C. Denise Marcel,
I'm present.
Mr. Jamie Robertson,
Present.
Attorney Dorothy Jackson,
Here.
Attorney Stephen Schilling,
Here.
Reverend Leo Cyrus, Miss Patricia Williams,
here,
Father Andrews, Dr. Derek Cole,
Okay,
Miss Pamela Mitchell,
she's here. I'm looking at her iPad
okay.
twice.
Chief Carl Dunn,
Here.
Miss Kathy Coleman. I think she's here on there.
She's here, but she's muted.
Yeah.
Coleman?
I'm here.
All righty.
Miss Ingrid Payne,
Present.
Okay, we have 10 people present and we have a quorum.
I'll switch to.
I'm
Okay,
switching.
thank you.
All right, next Tim will switch the agenda to the agenda for us. We just had roll call and you all want to do like a brief, Madam Chair, maybe a moment of silence, and then we'll do action items.
Okay, we're gonna stop for a moment of silence, and we want to also remember Trudy and the death of her father in our moment of silence. Amen.
Amen.
We're gonna move on to our action items. Passion?
Okay, action item A is we need a board resolution for the contract approval instrument. It says contact, but it's just a contract. So contract approval instrument, and and Tim is going to put it on the screen. What this is it is updating for us the instrument that allows me to sign contracts on behalf of the board of directors and the council on aging. The last time we did one was way back in March of 2015, and we have some pending CARES Act money from the federal government that has gone to the state, and it's sitting over in OCR, Office of Contractual Review, and they need a new executed board resolution to adopt this in order for us to have these CARES Act funds EFT'd into our account. We are anticipating our first disbursement is 181,000. Is it 215, Ms. Pratt? 215.
150, 181, 150.
181, 150, of which we've already received 28,000 and how much, Ms. Pratt?
284, something like that.
28,284. This is our first disbursement of stimulus COVID-19 CARES Act funds from the stimulus pot 1. There are 3 pots of money that we should be anticipating. This pot will be through for the fiscal year ending June 30th, right? And then starting fiscal year 2021, which begins July 1st, we are anticipating, or they have committed based on the formula of the state, that we should get an additional across next year about $500,000 in totality. We should receive about $767,000 in CARES Act funds for this additional services that we're providing and that they're going to be asking us to do through the rest of the year for this pandemic. So Madam Chair, that is the explanation of this. And then if the secretary would, if he would allow me, since I have the hard copy in front of me, I'll read the resolution and then you all can make your motions and roll call. It says State of Louisiana, Parish of East Baton Rouge, Board Resolution to adopt this instrument, contract approval. On the 2nd day of June 2020, at a meeting of the Board of Directors of the East Baton Rouge Council on Aging, Inc., a corporation held in the city of Baton Rouge, state of Louisiana, with a quorum of the directors present, the following business was conducted. It was duly moved and seconded that the following resolution be adopted. Be it resolved that the Board of Directors do hereby authorize Tasha Clark Amar, Chief Executive Officer, to sign and execute contracts on behalf of the East Baton Rouge Council on Aging. And further, we do hereby give her the power and authority to do all things necessary to implement, maintain, and amend or renew said contracts effective the 2nd day of June 2020. The above resolution was passed by a majority of those present and voting in accordance with the bylaws and articles of the incorporation. I certify that the above and foregoing constitutes a true and correct copy of a part of the minutes of a meeting of the Board of Directors held on the 2nd day of June 2020.
I move that we accept the resolution.
I second.
It's been moved and second that we accept the resolution, and we're gonna do a roll call for vote.
Tim will come and do the roll call. We'll call from up here.
Ms. Jerry Booker,
Yes?
Representative Denise Marcel,
Yes.
Mr. Jamie Robinson,
Yes.
Attorney Dorothy Jackson,
She said yes, you muted.
Attorney Stephen Schilling,
Yay.
Ms. Patricia Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Pamela Ann Mitchell,
She's still trying to connect to her audio.
Chief Carl Dunn,
Yes.
Ms. Kathy Coleman, Ms. Ingrid Payne,
Let me unmute her. Is Kathy Coleman?
Yes.
All right. Let me unmute Miss Pam. She having difficulty. Let's see. Miss Pam. Okay.
Hello?
Miss Pam Mitchell, can we have your vote?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, thank you.
okay, all 10 in favor, none opposed.
Okay, Madam Chair, if you allow, the next item is budget amendment for 2020, and Ms. Eva Pratt will discuss that.
Good afternoon. I need to apologize, first of all, for sending you guys a copy of salaries information from 2019. It was in a file that I didn't realize it was there. So anyway, you have it, but it's nice old information, so it's nothing that we need for this meeting. Well, we're here today. Every year in April, we have to revise our budget to get us through June 30th. This has been a kind of difficult year because, you know, we had the pandemic going on and nothing has been normal. So us projecting our expenditures through the end of June, we really don't know what that's going to be. But we gave it a good stab. You know, that the rule says that if your budget at year end is more than 10% variance, then they will write us a little nasty letter. But as long as you can explain the letter, then it's okay. And I think if we do get that letter, if some of my projections are off, that I can explain why they're off. So I'm not worried about that part. But anyway, what I've submitted to you guys is revised budget at what I think will be our figures at the end of June. Our revenue would be at $11,574,830. What I decided to do this year, a little different from past years with GOEA, we usually do their budget separate, but we've had to use so much of our millage money for our programs. I just decided to do one combined budget, the one that you got approved for me last, I think it was in September. Use those figures as opposed to just giving them a separate budget for their money, because their money is not nearly enough. But I wanted to show where we were using the millage money to support the programs that we get through the state and the federal government, along with other programs. So there's no change at all on their figures. I left those figures as is, but I did adjust our millage figures and what we'll be submitting to, supporting with the grant. In order to do they have 6 grants that we get through the state, not counting what we get from the federal government, not counting what we get the state senior centers and Parish Council on Aging, not counting those grants. We do about $1.2 million to supplement those 6 regular grants that come to the federal government. But overall, to support all of our programs, we figure this year we're going to spend about $11,574,830 to support those programs. Salaries, there are no substantial change in salary, except that in January, after our PMASs, we got either from 2.5% to 4% increases, and that's reflected in the year 3 tax side. Our what is it? Health insurance. I'm trying to think of what it was. Health insurance is running high. We have Humana, and we got a lot of employees in the plan, and that's the idea. We offer 15% match on the insurance, so that we can a lot of them can't afford the insurance, and our health insurance is a little bit high. But we're working on a different type of plan at open enrollment this year to see if we can reduce those costs on the health insurance. You know, as y'all know, we do have the retirement plan going right now, and we match up to 3% of an employee's salary based on what they put in. There are no substantial differences. You're going to see probably a slight increase in your food cost. But we had already projected about $3 million on food. So I think even with the pandemic and the extra people we had to feed, because we were shifting costs, we didn't have to use all of the money for the big events that we had planned this year. So that money was pretty much shifted to our food account. So that helped us out in that respect. So what we have, as I said, I would like for your approval to revise our budget. I think with last budget, we were at 12.010 something. So we're revising it to 11,574,830 to get us through the end of June. GOEA has offered for us, they wanted us to send in waivers if we got any money from them that we thought we weren't going to spend. And I told them based on how we do our programs, the money we got from them, we've been spending. So there won't be any jeopardy of us having to give them any money back because we supplement them in big dollar amounts on all of our programs. So it's not necessary to have a waiver on any of our programs. They were concerned mainly about the state money though, which is the senior centers, and I think that's coming up later about the senior center funds. But like I said, because of what we do with our seniors, and we were able to shift some of that money to help provide additional meals for our seniors, we're not going to be in jeopardy of having extra money, needing to have a waiver or anything like that. So I would like to get your approval on this proposed budget. Like I said, there aren't any other major changes. Y'all do
I
know
move that we accept the budget.
Okay, thank you.
I second.
I second that. If you can hear me, this is
We hear
Pam.
We hear you, Miss Mitchell.
We hear
I
you.
figured it out. Give me a
All
minute
right.
in the car.
Okay, it's been moved in second.
We thought you were in the pool, Miss Pam.
Well, I was thinking about it.
Okay, it's been moved in second that we accept the budget. All those in favor say by roll call of yes.
Well, if we could, Madam Chair, let me just read the resolution so we can all do that once.
Okay.
The State of Louisiana Parish of East Baton Rouge Board Resolution to adopt this instrument, acceptance of FY 2019-2020 amended budget on the second day of June 2020 at a meeting of the Board of Directors of the East Baton Rouge Council on Aging, Inc., a corporation held in the city of Baton Rouge, state of Louisiana, with the form of directors present. The following business was conducted. It was duly moved and seconded that the following resolution be adopted. Be it resolved that the Board of Directors of the named corporation does hereby acknowledge and accept FY 2019-2020 amended budget. The above resolution was passed by a majority of those present and voted in accordance with the bylaws and articles of the corporation. I certify that the above and foregoing constitutes a true and correct copy of a part of the minutes of the meeting the Board of Directors held on the second day of June 2020. Okay, now you guys can vote.
Okay. It's been moved in second. All of those in favor, roll call vote of yes.
Mm-hmm. Come over here. Okay. All right.
Ms. Jerry Booker?
She just stepped away. I think she got that pot on the stove.
Got a pot on the stove.
She's back.
You're back. Ms. Booker?
Gave me some fresh green. Okay,
Oh, God.
let's open the door.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that a yes vote, Ms. Booker?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Representative C. Denise Marcel,
Yes.
Mr. Jamie Robinson,
Yes.
Attorney Dorothy Jackson,
Yes.
Attorney Stephen Schilling,
Yes.
Ms. Patricia Williams,
Yes.
Pam Ann Mitchell,
Yes.
Yeah.
Chief Carl Dunn,
Yeah.
Yes.
Ms. Kathy Coleman,
Okay, I got it.
Ms. Ingrid Payne,
Yeah.
Yes.
It's Kathy Coleman. Let me unmute her. Coleman, is that a yes?
It is a yes.
All right. Okay. All right. Lastly, Ms. Pratt mentioned to you all the waiver for exemption. It's on the agenda, but we don't need it because they just asked us to put it on the agenda, but we don't have any money to be exempted. We spent that in the first quarter of this year. And before we go to adjournment, I just wanted to give you all a couple of updates on what we're doing and what we have been doing. For those of you that I haven't spoken to, as you know, we're still in under the governor's order. We have been shifted to phase 2, but as far as senior centers and council on aging programs are concerned, we won't be doing anything in any sense of normalcy to probably phase 3. They've been talking to us now about a phase 4. They do not want seniors in a congregate setting. We will continue to do our drive-through lunch service of hot meals at the sites. So the seniors are picking up their lunch daily, Monday through Friday at the sites, those that can drive. Those that cannot, we are delivering meals to them in boxes at 7 at a time. We are still doing our Lotus Pantry. We have done 4 across the parish thus far, giving out 16,900 bags of food thus far. We've done 147,413 nutritional meals during COVID. We've done 2,300 virtual activities, and we've done almost 7,000 phone calls where we call weekly, talk to the seniors weekly just to check on them. They are asking us to shift some of our programmatic activities to virtual activities. So we're working on some programs for that. We have a lot of our fitness guys doing their aerobics and classes online where you can watch them on Facebook. And we're gonna try to put it on some other platforms. We're also gonna start doing some virtual classes, and we're gonna start the Council on Aging radio show where we can start having a talk show where they can call in, talk to us, we can disseminate information. Starting next week on June 8th, we'll start senior COVID testing. That is a population that is being missed with the COVID testing. So in partnership with Care South, the Department of Public Health, Southern University School of Nursing and Ag Center, and us, they will do testing Monday through Friday for 2 weeks at the event center. And that the goal is to test 300 seniors a day. And so we're gonna have our senior centers to rotate locations. We'll still provide the meals, but while they pick up their meals, they can get access to testing. It's critical that, as you notice, a lot of the deaths that are happening are seniors. And so they're trying to work on that curve as the other curve is subsiding. And also we are now, I have a call in a meeting with the mayor's office and MOSIP because this storm is in the Gulf and they want to bring sand to us and sandbags and they want us to disseminate sandbags. So now we're shifting our focus on getting ready for this weather disaster or flooding or whatever may or may not happen with, what's his name, Christoph? Cristobal, whatever his name is. I'm praying that Cristobal take himself another direction because we out of gas and energy over here. But we're gonna do whatever we need to do to make sure that the seniors are prepared. We're gonna start sending out messages this today, being that it's the first of the month, that they get their hurricane supplies. We're doing hurricane supply reminders, even though we're working on COVID. Stay masked up. And the last thing is with our two things, transportation. One, we just got awarded 5 more buses.
Ooh, great.
5 more 16 passenger buses that will be coming to us before year's end. So you'll be hearing about once we get the contract from DOTD. So that's a blessing. So that'll take our bus fleet from 5 to 10. And on those buses, we're starting an errand program where the seniors don't have to go into the stores and go to pick up their prescription. We are doing that for a lot of the homebound clients because they're really scared and nervous. So we've been picking up their items and they make a list. Right now they're doing it on paper, but we're trying to teach them how to make it through the apps on the phone, but that's a whole nother story. It's gonna take a minute. So, you know, that's a whole nother story. We just won a National Meals on Wheels of America grant where we using that for for supplies for Meals on Wheels. And then we also, I think we're in good place to get a couple of other grants. One, to give seniors access to technology. So that's where we are. Any questions?
I do have a question, Tasha. In Houston, is there a council on aging program that will assist the way we do here in East Baton Rouge Parish?
In Houston?
In Houston, yes.
If it is, it's probably a AAA. They, which is the same thing that we are. It's called an Area Agency on Aging, and so you probably need to contact the AAA. So they don't operate in parishes. They kind of operate in counties. And so what
Yes.
they do is the AAA manages several counties in the area. So I don't know which one and which area your person lives in, but there are area agencies on aging in Houston. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Okay, this is Miss Marcel.
Yes, yes, ma'am, Rep.
I just want to say that you all have worked tirelessly through yet another situation that none of us were expecting, and you do it seamlessly. I want to congratulate you and your staff. I know I mess with Tim all the time, but he is awesome. Your entire staff is awesome. I enjoy working with you guys. And we have gone, like you said, from one end of the parish to the other. And I just want to say I'm always proud to stand there and to work with you guys. And so I'd ask that other members would try to figure out when you can come out and just kind of see how that flows. I know some of you, may not have the flexibility, but it is an awesome thing to see that the need is so great in our city that people will line up sometimes from 4, 7, 5 o'clock in the morning for food. That says a lot about where we are in this pandemic and just in general, a lot, especially at the end of the month. We have seniors doing this. And so I'm proud to continue to be on the board and to sponsor some of the events with supplies. And I do want to say, I know the senior COVID testing starts on the 8th with Care South, but I have one on the 6th, which is this Saturday at Living Faith, along with Care South as well. And I will be giving away cleaning supplies, Lysol, all of the disinfectants and the wipes and all of that stuff. You just get one supply for everybody that's tested, and you certainly will get a mask. So if you know anybody that other than their dog, if you know anybody other than the puppy that want to be tested, you have to be 12 years of age and older. Please feel free to register and come to Living Faith on this Saturday for this. And we're asking that you pre-register. And that information is on my Facebook page, and I can share it with Tasha, and they can share it on their page if you'd like. Okay. Thank you so much for your work.
Thank you so much.
Okay, any other questions or comments? If not, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you, Tasha, and your team for everything you've done. And this meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Have a good afternoon.
Bye.